Everybody, it's your boy Pee back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Teto X Egen. Teto means estrogen. No, Teto means testosterone. Egen means estrogen. Sorry. Um, I will say this comic is a pretty entertaining one. If I do want to start out by saying that the artist for this comic, if you are, I'm sure if you read Overpowered Sword, you would notice the striking resemblance. Overpowered Sword and this comic have the exact same artist, so there are a lot of similar looking art styles. But as I said, there's Teto guy characteristics, being adventurous, natural leader, basically the manly man. Our main character is not one of them. But then you have like Egen girls, which is this female like Hai Seon from the product planning team. Basically our main character's deskmate is like, you should do this test, figure out which one you are, and then looking at the whole diagram, and she basically points out like the type of girl that his type of personality would be into is this girl in their office. What happens is our main character basically after overthinking everything, because the funny part about this comic is our main character is like this ball of anxiety. He's kind of like a nerd, kind of anxious. He overthinks a lot. He isn't like the manliest of men, how people would portray like a manly man. He's more of like that nerdy, anxious type of being. And she's like that assertive, dominant, blunt type of person. And I feel like they mix really well. But essentially, he goes home one night and he looks out his window and then he happens to see her. Like apparently she lives right next to him. And she is a baddie, bro. And she has this like cute little side to her where like she acts like assertive and dominant like around him usually. Like this right here, like they get paired up for this like project or something that he like had a sneaking suspicion that she signed both of them up for. But essentially she moves the desk together, combines them, and she's like, since we're in the same team now, she moved in right next to him. He's kind of like this like walking ball of anxiety, and she's like this dominant, assertive, uh ball of like dominant, like with just a walking dominance, and he's like the walking ball of anxiety, and it's just they mix really well. And it's very entertaining to read the comic and see their dynamic. She, by the way, is a baddie, and as I said, the art is a the artist is the same as Overpowered Sword, so there is a striking resemblance between the two. It's pretty easy to notice as you scroll through and you look at the comics, and see like the face shapes, the eye shapes. Like it is pretty noticeable that they are from the same artist. And obviously, I really like this comic. I do. It is a very. I'm not usually one to read romances, mainly because a lot of romances tend to get stale for me, or the prolonging of keeping the male lead and the female lead apart. It tends to just drag on and drag on. Like something always comes up to where they can never be official, right? But as of, it's only like 10 chapters right now, so obviously I'm going to withhold my judgment on whether or not, excuse me, whether or not um it's a romance comic that I actually do enjoy. But I will say, as of the 10 chapters right now, I am enjoying it. Because the art's really good. If you like Overpowered Sword, I do. But I do like the art style. I like how dominant and like assertive she can be, and like how he's kind of like just like this walking ball of anxiety, the mixture of the two. Um, oh god, it's messing up. But essentially, it's like she like they go on this like little mini date where like she takes him out to eat. He's just thinking about like overthinking about everything that happened the night before. um and then you can see like the nervousness on his face and how like just nonchalant she is. And it's just, I don't know, I really do like the comic. I really like the dynamic they have. And then if we scroll through, basically, she's like, like explain to her like how like they have to do this job together, and he's like, he wants to say no, and she's like, you're in, right? And then he caves. He caves. I mean, he can't like say no to her, and because like she's just this like big massive ball of energy, and he's like the shy, anxious, nerdy type. I don't know, it's really, she does, he does, like, for like the first three chapters, he's just like thinking in his head, he's like, did she see me, staring at her through the window like a creep? And then at the end of it, she's like, after all, we live in the same direction. And then that just increases his overthinking to where it's like, oh my god, like she did know. And like you could just see like the realization on his face. And I really like the comic. I really like the expressions. I love the interactions. I love the art. I have hopes. I have high hopes for this story. Um, I just really hope it doesn't turn into one of those romances where, for some reason, they just are never able to like become official until like the very end, or like they don't start dating ever until like the very end. And it's like, I don't know. It's just when they just drag out the romance in a romance comic, it kind of just does it for me. I don't know. But I just want to talk about this today. A little different than what I usually do. Like I said, I usually don't read romances, but I found myself enjoying this one. If you guys like, leave a sub. I hope to see more of you guys in the future. Continue growing this channel. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.